All right, good morning, everyone. The St. Louis region is home to 25,000 federal workers. These are our neighbors, our friends, our family members, and they deserve our support. We know that in the past few weeks, at least 200 federal workers have been laid off in the St. Louis region. Councilman Mark Harder approached my office last week with a suggestion to recruit displaced federal workers and to have them come and work for St. Louis County. And I've been happy to work hand in hand with Councilman Harder to get this program initiated and roll out the outreach to federal workers who've been cast aside by an unelected oligarch. So today we're here to announce a new initiative that says to all federal workers in our region who are facing uncertainty, opportunity awaits you in St. Louis County. We want you. We want to welcome you. We've rolled out a special website with a one-stop shop for resources for federal workers. Last weekend, I met with some federal workers who've been cast aside. And I know these employees are dedicated, they're qualified, and they understand the importance of government work. And I want them to know that in St. Louis County, we understand the importance of the work that they do as well. And we value public service. We offer competitive benefits, including paid time off that increases with tenure, a range of paid holidays, generous parental leave options to balance your work and your life, and well-being incentives. We offer dental and health insurance, and a generous pension plan that includes a payment by St. Louis County. And it's for these reasons that St. Louis County government was recognized by Forbes magazine as one of the best mid-sized employers in America. And data from our internal survey shows us that 85% of our county employees enjoy their job and their responsibilities. A majority of our county employees feel connected to the tasks that they do, and they are proud of their work. They're proud of everything they do on behalf of our community. We're proud of our employees in St. Louis County, and we appreciate the hard work that they do. Now I'd like to turn it over to Councilman Harder for a few minutes and to make some remarks, and then I'll take you through our website, and we'll talk about some of the 800 openings that are available in St. Louis County. Councilman?
Thank you, County Executive. Thank you for all coming today. As you see, we're going to go through the website here in a minute, but I just wanted to say that, you know, we looked at this. We've been at a shortage of quality employees for a long time in St. Louis County, and many of the people that are working for the federal government right now have a lot of the same skill sets that are very transferable to what we do here in the county. So this is a great opportunity to recruit and attract people that we need. We have, as you'll see here in a minute, we have positions from, you know, A to Z, accountants and engineers and public works people. We have medical people, nurses, and so on. So we've got a full range of jobs, and whether this is your job with the federal government and your skills are a direct transfer, or maybe it's somebody you're ready to retire from the federal government and you want to try a new career. Maybe you want to work for our Parks Department or Public Works or one of our many rec centers around the region, and maybe it'll be a part-time job. So this is part-time and full-time positions throughout our system. So I want to encourage anyone that is feeling in a situation, whether you're working for the federal government or any other company, and they're downsizing you or you're close to retirement, to give St. Louis County a shot here and to look at what we have and consider some of these positions of both community service as well as a nice job for income and supporting your family. So without further ado, I guess we'll go into that.
The website. Yeah. Who is driving? Okay. All right. Let's go to the website here. This is a one-stop shop for displaced federal workers to come and look and see what we have available. We'll click there, and then we can, there's a video and then a search bar. Let's find that search bar right there. Search by job title. So if you're an engineer, you can type in engineer and hit search, and they will display all of the engineering jobs that are available that you can apply for. If you're a nurse or a doctor, type in nurse or doctor. If you have experience in other sectors of government and the Veterans Administration with benefits management or anything else, you can type in your title or something else that describes what you would like to do and search for it, and it'll take you to the job postings. We have, like we said before, we have 800 openings in St. Louis County government. We're very excited to make those available to displaced federal workers, and we'd like to make it easy for you to apply and come and work for county government. Remember, county government, St. Louis County government has been recognized by Forbes magazine as one of the best places to work, best mid-sized companies in America. And we're very proud of that designation, and we want you to come and join our team. And I'd be glad to answer any questions.
Given the uncertainty and the fact that the courts continue to weigh in on some of this, where is your understanding of where these local employees who have been displaced, what agencies are they coming from?
Well, every day we hear that something is cut or it's not cut. We hear that people are laid off or they're not laid off. There will be some federal workers who'll take retirement because they want certainty and stability and reliability, and they'll have that with St. Louis County government. So whether you're laid off or you're looking for a new career opportunity, we want you to come and look at us, because we need help and we're a great place to work. I don't know where the courts are going to end up with this. I know that some folks in this administration are very determined to make cuts, and they'll push it as hard as they can, and I'm sure the people who are being displaced will push back with the same amount of intensity, and we'll see where it lands. But we are a great place to work. We want to get that message out. We've worked hard over the past 5 years to build the right culture for public servants and for public service, and we want people to come and check us out in St. Louis County government.
Councilman Harder, you're the Republican here. Do you support these cuts that are being made by DOJ and the Trump administration?
Mark, come on over here to the podium.
In many of these positions, they are probably needed. We do have a bloated bureaucracy, but that doesn't mean you have to give up your career in these positions. If you have these skill sets that we have here, we could use those in St. Louis County. Just because one government maybe is not as efficient doesn't mean we're not, and we need these people as well. So we are opening this opportunity to make sure that people use their skill sets, whether, like I say, they're either retiring or they are a new hire with the federal government and they're at the beginning of their career. Either way, we offer a great opportunity for them to advance their career. If I could say a couple things here about the site here, we also wanted to make this a two-click experience. So when you go on our county website, as we saw earlier, you can go right to the federal button, and then you can go. Oh. The idea is that if you know your job or you're looking for an engineer job, you can do that. We saw that. Or you can just hit this blue button here, and it will bring up all the jobs. And so then you can scroll through and see if there's something there that matches your skill set. The other thing we wanted to do here with this design is that once you do go on a position, if you could click on a position, any of them, that you can apply right there on the spot. So the idea is to move people through the system very quick. And unfortunately, in many companies and even governments, you apply for a job and then 2-3 months later, they may call you back. We didn't want to do that here. We wanted to make sure that you can apply, click on it, and get your application in. We also have a person in our personnel department that will man a phone bank or phone number during normal working hours. And so when you click on one of these positions and you apply, here's the phone number right here, 314-615-5180. And that will be a dedicated person that anyone could call and say, hey, I'm interested in this accounting position, but, I have a question. I'm thinking about applying. Can you help me out? And that person should be able to walk them through that process, or what's the next process. So we want to make sure these people are connected with someone here in the building so that they can get their application processed. Many times in many of these companies and many of these websites, you apply, nobody hears from you, you're kind of in a black hole of information, and it may be months moving forward. Now, there are some positions that will take a little bit longer, like police officer, that will take a little bit longer to do background checks and things like that. But our idea here is our goal is to try to get somebody, if they qualify for a position and they apply today, that we can get them hopefully into their new position within 30 days. That's the idea, is we want to move them through, with the exceptions, like I said, of police and certain other technical positions that need more screening. So we don't want to discourage anybody or leave them wondering whether anybody's going to call me back or if they're interested in me or not. We want to make sure they get the information they need quickly and move through the system quickly.
You may have mentioned this and I might have missed it, but do we know how many people in the county, federal workers, have been displaced?
No, we don't know. That number changes every day. But last week it was over 200. I was in an event in Florissant over the weekend that was covered by the national news. Over 200 were there at that one event. So it's hard to track. It's a very fluid number that goes up and down, every day.
But as we saw just recently, the Edward Jones Company is going through some type of restructuring, and they're going to be downsizing a number of their employees as well. So this is open to everybody, not just federal employees, but because of what's in the news, we wanted to create that separate button that federal people can go right to. If you're not in the federal system, there is another button that you can click, and you'll bring it back to the same place. But we just wanted to make it simple, keep it easy, so that people aren't spending their whole time trying to find things on our website, which is a pretty big website.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of what we built in St. Louis County. It's a great place to work. So come and join our team.
Have you noticed an increase in applicants since the layoffs have started with the federal government?
Well, we're rolling out this website today, so ask us in a week or two.
And that was the other thing. I'm glad you brought that up. All these things will have an accountability portion behind the scenes that we can track and find out how many people looked at it, how many people applied, how many people were hired. And that is a back office piece that will be reported to both of us on how this progresses in the next couple of weeks, so that we can see how that and answer that question of how this works. Because if this works, I'm sure other people will figure this out as well.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Okay, thanks for coming out,
Thanks.
folks. Spread the word.
Yep.
You too.